they borrowed from so many movies here, and I'm just gonna get into it. Like,
Hold on,
was
hold on,
this?
before you get into it, did you like the movie?
I did because I am a lover of shitty action movies. Now, what
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
That's why I said I'm mad that I liked it. Like I'm really pissed.
he's Chinese?
Welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
There was a projected typhoon to hit the day we were flying out, and we legit was scared because United was like, "Hey guys, letting you know there's a weather alert. You might want to cancel or change your flight." So we took advantage of that, and we ended up actually making money off of it because they credited us like a shit ton of money, and we stayed the extra day. But it was barely raindrops. It reminds me kind of Florida, where it's like, oh, we have a hurricane coming, and you get there and it's like light drizzle.
Yeah, when the rest of the when the rest of the country's like, oh, they got hurricanes coming, you better watch out. And we out here still walking our dogs and a cat too.
Yeah. So during my trip to Japan, I was very fortunate enough to like do a lot of stuff. So like I was saying before we started recording, that I bought like little gifts and stuff like that. But the biggest thing that I brought back to Japan is a severe back pain that I have right now.
I want to know how this. I don't know how this happened, because what kind of lifting were you doing in Japan?
So check this out. Like at this point, if you've been following the pod, I've lost some weight.
Yes, a good amount. A good amount. You're looking
good amount of weight. Yeah, and
like Monterey Jack.
So basically what I've been doing is like, I was like, oh man, this is the first international trip that I'm not going to be hampered by my feet hurting or anything like that. We're averaging 24,000 steps to like 30 every day. And then like day 8, my wife, who I love to death, said, let's do a ninja experience. So it's a ninja samurai museum. So we get there, and this is where no, it's like it's just like this museum somewhere in Tokyo. I want to say is in Shinjuku.
Yeah.
And legit, I go in, and humbling experience. The guy hands me a 3XL gi. Unfortunately, it's like a XL in US.
Japanese 3XL, yeah.
But it fit. It fit. It fit. I had the t-shirt showing. Everybody fit oversized. For me, it fit like it was made for me. So during this ninja experience, it's complete touristy shit. But I loved every minute of it. They do ninja challenges. So we had, the plastic hard enough to stick onto the wall, like ninja stars. We had paper blow darts, which you had legit blow dart gun, but it was like some like Japanese paper. I still don't know the physics.
Like a spitball? You out here shooting spitballs?
No. It was like a Japanese like paper origami, like bullet spear. I still don't know the physics behind it, but that shit was sailing across the room.
Yeah.
So we're doing all these things, and at first we're practicing learning, and then at the end they have a skills challenge. And so it's me and the wife, and then like a group of 4 other like Americans.
Gaijins,
yeah, gaijins. So we're all gaijins there, and like, so the guy's like, okay, let's do this, and he does the drill, and he's like, I want you to do all this, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be easy. No, this guy. We're there for like an hour and a half, almost 2. So basically, you're supposed to do everything within a 4-minute period that they just showed you. So it was kind of like a bootleg version of CrossFit. Okay. So the ninja stars was cool. Like, you're supposed to come run in kind of like Naruto and just toss them. Yeah. And if you stick them in the little target, you get points. The blow dart thing is like you start off at the end of the room, you blow it, you run, get on your one knee, blow it again. You run a couple more steps. You're supposed to go down to your belly, army crawl, get to the other blow dart and blow it. Yep. And then the last one, you're supposed to roll and then kind of like with the same blow dart gun that you just had and kind of do a sit up. And then you're supposed to get up and run to the end of the room. Okay. Somehow your boy thought first of all, We didn't even place, so I don't even know why it was like Michael Jordan, and then I took it personal. Like this other couple, they like hit everything, and I was just like, this is bullshit. Like these people. So I'm out here. I'm like, all right, let me go
So
ahead
you
and
actually got competitive.
I got competitive, but even though we failed miserably.
Yeah.
So somewhere in between blow dart army crawl, getting up rolling, like Lily was like, "Are you okay?" Because apparently I dropped down so quickly that I hit the mat, and then when I did the sit up, I like dropped back, rolled, and got up. But during that point, I pulled something in my back. And I was just like, in my mind, I was like, uh-oh. But then I'm also like, bro, I'm in Japan. This is day 8. I don't care.
Yeah.
So later on that night, I come home and I'm like, man, I'm sore. She was like, all right, let's stop at the pharmacy, and we got like these Japanese like heat patches.
Like
And I'm like, cool.
Salonpas and shit.
It's basically like
Yeah, it's like a lidocaine patch, but you know, Japanese.
Yeah. So I do that. I put it on my back. I wake up the next day because we're in an Airbnb that has traditional Japanese bed, which is like on the floor.
It's a Tommy mats.
Yeah, diamond mats. But then they gave us like a twin mattress cushion, so we were next to each other, but we were on separate mattresses.
Yeah.
And then I wake up, I sit up, and I go, whoop. I fell back down. I was like, that hurts a lot.
Yeah.
And so from that point on, I was like heat patches, taking Japanese Tylenol. I was so good at going to pharmacies and be like, please, strong. And then
all that stuff, and you got taken out by a sit-up.
It was a combination of the sit-up because Lily said I got up so quickly after the roll because everybody else was like doing it methodical. No, I was just like, we got to catch up. Like bro, they were giving a free ninja star that later on I found out that everybody was getting. So it was a spiritual competition. It was so stupid of me. And I spent like the next few days limping, and then on the journey back home, 14-hour flight on a chair that like, first of all, I've never had an ass, but now that I lost some weight, it's basically a long ass tailbone. So sitting down on a plane for more than 5-6 hours is horrible for me.
Yeah.
So with a bad back, I just kept doing this. I was like, I kept getting up, stretching, and that was the biggest souvenir that I brought back from my Japanese trip. And so it was funny, like no issues with my feet. Like I remember on our honeymoon when we went, like, bro, I had to keep sitting. My feet were like calloused, but now I'm like, let's go, except my back. But good time.
Speaking of Japanese stuff, welcome to the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast, featuring Marcos. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
It's your boy Marcos, aka at the Sunset Kid 56. First of all, what a coincidental movie pick. And I know some of you guys are gonna watch it and be like, this is shit on purpose. No, literally, as I'm traveling home, Sarat was like, yo, you trying to record? And I was like, yes, of course. And he's like, let's do this movie. And I was like, oh, I wonder if he knew that this movie's completely set. So I had a little bit more background of where shit is happening and stuff like that. And I recognize certain areas. But
well, no, I mean, okay. So
but tell us the movie that we're watching.
Before we talk about the movie, I want to thank everybody who's been tuning in to the podcast. Remember, if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, tell your friends about us, tell everyone about us, share the clips, just help spread the word about the podcast and help get us out there. Check us out on your favorite podcast network. Give us that review, give us those 5 stars, go in the comments, tell us what movies you want us to see. Now, this week, obviously, because Marcos had just went to Japan, I was like, you know what? Let's give a nice Japanese action movie. This movie was actually recommended to me by my brother-in-law's girl. She said she really liked it, and so she recommended that I watch it. It was on Netflix. The movie we watched this week is called Demon City,
which is the live-action adaptation to Demon City Shinju.
Yeah,
which is a very good animated movie as well.
Yeah,
This
and
movie,
it's also a manga in Japan
manga,
and stuff
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
This movie, I literally was like, holy shit, they borrowed from so many movies here. And I'm just gonna get into it. Like,
Hold on,
was
hold on,
this?
before you get into it, did you like the movie?
I did, because I am a lover of shitty action movies. Now, was this movie great outside of the action scenes? And that's certain action scenes.
Yeah.
It was. The acting, it was like I felt like they gave the audiences, like, and we didn't get them, like a follow along, like
Yeah.
an extra set of script, like, all right, this is what's supposed to happen in this scene. However, we didn't emotionally do that. The
Listen,
character said shit except real for
I
most of the movie.
I felt like watching this movie again. I'm gonna have a talk with my brother-in-law's girl because this is not what I was expecting in this movie. It felt like somebody watched a bunch of better movies that have the same tone, that have the same premise, and said, "Let's try to recreate that." And it just
So
didn't come across right.
hold on. I rarely take notes from movies, but this is the note that I put for this movie as I was watching it. Somebody watched Hard to Kill,
Okay.
John Wick, and a couple of like Friday the 13th movies, and said, let's make a shitty version of all these movies put together. Because, bro, you know what took me out, and like, there's several wrong things with this movie, was that the injuries were inconsistent.
Yeah.
Did you notice that as scenes change, he would have blood on one side of the shirt, and then the blood will be on the other side of the shirt in other scenes, or he'll completely disregard the injury.
Yeah.
I fully, spoiler alert, when he gets his arm chopped off, I fully expected them to cut 2 scenes later and he's using the same arm to fight.
No. Listen. I don't mind a character getting their arm chopped off, but when it's blatantly just hidden inside the jacket while they film the rest of the scene, I was like, what? Like his side is just like bigger.
Bro, and when they set up that reveal about the twin brother, I was like
Yeah.
again, I was like, what
It came out of
movie
nowhere.
was
It felt like it felt like they were expecting the audience to already know backstory and already know elements of the story, because there was a lot of stuff that was happening in there where I was like, it just felt like it just there was no context to a lot of the things that were going on.
bro, like the power scaling. I'm using anime terminology. The power scaling that this hero had compared to everybody else was insane.
Yeah.
This man should have died like 19 times.
Mm-hmm.
And then every single time, it was like, as soon as the scene reset, it's like the director forgot about this man's injuries.
Listen, I had one thought watching this movie. I was like, are we spamming bullets now in movies? Is it to the point now in 2026 that in action movies, getting shot doesn't really mean anything?
No. Okay. So this is why I said John Wick. At least in John Wick, they try with the ethos of the movie to explain why motherfuckers will get shot and they're good. The lining suits. This dude got shot, got stabbed. First of all, and then they didn't even do a throwaway scene when, at least in some action movies that they do, like, at least give me a Rambo taking a Bowie knife, sealing injuries. This man was completely healed, like if it was a video game. Every time he threw on a different shirt, hey man, I know you just saw him got stabbed through his stomach. The new shirt healed him.
Bro, he was healed. He was using the arms like it was nothing. My man got shot in the chest with a fucking arrow, then got it yanked out, and then next thing you know, he was just like, yeah, we
He
gonna
put
fight
on the
him.
jacket. Nothing. That what? Can we talk about the fact that the timeline of this movie is insane?
Why? Because he didn't change at all, but his daughter didn't grew the hell up.
But his daughter, yo, like, they made it seem like, yo, if you would have told me that this was up until they showed his daughter that this all happened within 30 days, I'd be like, all right.
Yeah.
But no, apparently years.
Yeah.
And you want to talk shit about the arm? Can we talk about the obvious guy holding? Why is his one arm the only callback that I honestly understood completely in the movie was when the guy in the beginning of the movie, the bodyguard whose hands he chopped off, just randomly showed up when he was comatose and stabbed him, and then he showed. I was like, "Why is your arm 9 feet tall, bro?" Like,
okay. Here's one thing that it felt like, again, it felt like it tried to build this tension around, like, this basically it's a revenge story, right? But like, you didn't get any real context as to why, like, everybody was really going after each other, or why, like, who is he to these people, the whole mythology of the demons in the city and stuff like that. Like, it was so just skimmed over that you didn't get nothing.
The only person that kept talking about demons was the final bad guy.
Yeah.
And every time he talked about it and there was other characters, the other characters were just there like,
yeah,
like, I don't know what the fuck this guy is talking about, but I'm getting paid to be here, so whatever. Like there was no supernatural powers to this guy. Like, I understand, like, even give us the voiceover.
Yeah.
Like, in the voiceover, they explained the whole demon thing, and the only person that probably heard that voiceover was the last bad guy.
Yeah.
The main character did not. The main character went from being Weekend at Bernie's. That's why I said it's like Hard to Kill. You remember in Hard to Kill when what's it called? When this motherfucker was in the coma and he couldn't move? This man recovered within 10 minutes of a guy attacking him. And then had a fucking what's it called? What is it? The sandwiches that he had? He had a
I don't remember.
Oh my god, he had one of those rolls with meat, and all of a sudden he's like, "All right, I'm ready to attack." From being in a coma to not being able to move within 10 minutes later, he was like, "All right, let's go kill 97 people."
Yeah. All right. Well, the premise of this movie is you got a guy. It's Sakata. I think it was his name. But he's basically a high level hitman. And the movie opens up with him taking out a bunch of people, and then on his way home, he ends up getting attacked and taken out. His whole family murdered, by these dudes in the Oni masks. And so gets shot, and he's in a coma for supposedly 12, 13 years. And then so he comes.
Wait, did they say that in the movie?
No. I had to look this up. But apparently
I did not. I thought this happened like months later.
No, but look at the timeline between his daughter because she gets killed in this attack, and then he shows up later.
Her in the beginning of the movie, that was a completely different scene than what they showed in the reveal later on. She got shot in the back of the head.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they were like, "No, you didn't." No, it's the same fucking angle you showed in the earlier, except she didn't. Like, yo, she got shot. It wasn't like, oh, it looked like he got. No, she got shot.
Yes, and here's the thing. Okay, even if, okay, let's play with this. Let's say because they do a reveal where it's like, okay, she actually falls and they end up shooting the stuffed animal. Presumably, if you're a fucking killer, you don't see blood if you shoot a stuffed animal. And two, she's a little kid. She doesn't know to stay still and pretend to be dead.
And then what is she? Our kids are you? She was like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
And so she's just gonna completely forget that both of
her
she
wasn't
parents
like so
died.
young that you won't remember what her dad looks like.
Yeah, it was just like, and first of all,
hold on. Not even that. Why did she? Because she thought the other guy was her dad. I read this thing, right? I read this thing where it was saying like the guy was like keeping her hostage for his own pleasure.
Yes, right? He was supposed to. He was a pedo.
And yes, but if you're a pedo, you would have been taking advantage of her when she was younger, not raising her as your own. Right?
Yo, like this movie was so somewhere, I assume, because this is people are like, oh, Netflix. No, Netflix bought this and did not know somewhere the original recording studio has to have footage.
Well, I mean, it's based off of an IP. So I'm presuming Netflix was like, okay, it's got a built-in audience. So some people are gonna watch it, you know.
And it's like this brought me back. Like, there's certain IPs that Netflix buys that is like, yo, that's dope. But then there's certain IPs, like if you are Attack on Titan, the live action that Netflix had way back when is horrible, but funnily horrible.
Yeah.
But then you got the Brotherhood Alchemist, Full Metal Alchemist, which is not that bad. You know, it was made by, but then you have movies like this, and it's like, bro, did you see when whoever recorded this just gave up? There was a certain point that I was just like, that scene was probably so bad that the director said, don't even include it. It was when he finished killing people, and then he got up, and there was a whole bunch of guys with machine guns coming down the steps. And then they cut to the scene, him in the elevator sitting on the one security guard. I was like, whoever the director was, like, this is too unbelievable. We can't. Because it's like, first of all, I don't know if our listeners know anything about Asian countries. Only in the US are guns accessible. The fact that all these bad guys
had guns
was like, what?
It's again, like, I see what they were trying to do. They were trying to do a little Kill Bill, John Wick kind of like revenge style story. It's like writing a story where you don't put any details in, assuming everybody already knows what's going on. And like, you are assuming everyone else already has an attachment to the characters. You know, that the whole idea of a demon city is like, it's like one of their folklores, but they don't explain it at all until you get the guy talking at the end. It's like,
and then him excited, like, yes. And it's like, bro, are you the only person that's excited about this? And then, for the love of God, I love the main character. I love the actor, but the actor was not giving anybody anything during his scenes.
No.
It was like he was no emotions. It was like, whether he was hurt or angry or happy, he was just like, just like that. Same expression.
Well, again, it's weird. Okay, so when you watch John Wick, obviously there's people getting shot and all this different stuff and blood going everywhere. But like, again, like you said, there's people that are, the injuries are accounted for throughout the thing, and a lot of times the amount of blood splatter and stuff like that isn't that over the top compared to the type of action that's going on. This was more like a fucking ninja assassin where blood splatter was going everywhere, but it was clearly CGI blood splatter because you didn't see it on anything.
There was a point where him and the main character chopped each other in the neck, and it was supposed to be so dramatic, and it looked like it definitely was just them like this. Holding the weapon there. But the music made it seem like it's buried deep in there, like, who's gonna die first? No.
Yeah. Because then the dude just reacts and goes again, and he acts like he's not injured. He's just like, Again, listen. I like the premise. I love the idea of a revenge movie. Revenge movies are always fun because it's that idea that, I don't want to say adrenaline, but your singular focus is on getting back at these people that presumably your fighting spirit is at 1,000, so you can withstand some shit that a normal person wouldn't. Love that idea. This one was just so over the top, and you didn't see any of the progression of injuries or how it impacted him throughout the movie. Like, it's just one of those things where it just felt like next scene and next scene and next scene. Like, let's fill it with some cool shit and not try to tell anything compelling.
Like, I could tell they tried to give us scenes with the character when the audience would be like, yo. Like, the reveal when he got to pulled up under a highway overpass. That he had his lair and all his stuff, and the guy was like, you live here? They like revealed the car. Like, you were supposed to get that Rambo, like, oh, this is where the good guy equips. And
it's supposed to be that reveal of the Bat Cave.
And Alfred
and when Alfred and Batman and Bruce Wayne when Alfred goes down in that elevator in the Dark Knight and he reveals the Batcave. It's supposed to be like that.
I literally was like, okay. Yeah. Like, he had all these things, and he only took one gun, a 9mm that he completely threw away within 5 seconds. Yeah. And then did you see when he pulled up and he starts shooting, and then he throws the gun so hard that the guy like acts like it killed him. He goes, oh, and he falls over. I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, there were so many parts of this movie that I was just like, who is this for? And where was this supposed to do? The whole reporter getting killed.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
I know they were trying to show that the bad guy was so powerful and all this stuff. And there was obviously the guys that were in the Oni mask, the ones that ended up being revealed as him were completely different guys than the movie showed with the Oni mask.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, shout out to the twin brother with the scar. My man was wearing a do-rag the entire movie. Did you peep that?
Yeah. Listen. In the fight between Sakura and him, that was the best fight in the entire movie, because it actually looked like they took time to choreograph this fight. The rest of the time, he was just swinging. The rest of the time, he was just spamming that one arm, swing at everyone. All,
can you did you notice in that fight scene? Shout out to the prop guy. The prop guy, that staff or the metal pipe that the main character's twin brother was using almost broke. There was one point that Sakura grabbed it and the shit bowed, and I was just like, that's not the metal pipe is not, bro. If this movie would have given us something like at the end when he wins, quote unquote, if they just cut to a scene and could have saved the movie of the guy like still in the hospital, be like, we've seen some brain movement. Yeah, I think he's still alive.
That actually might have been dope. That would have been dope. Like, all this is happening in his imagination,
bro. Because he took so many pipe shots to the head by the twin brother.
Why you have to say pause on that?
I don't know, because he was getting his head piped. That I was like, ain't no way this man is not dead or concussed, or because it was like,
he was saying it just,
and he was like looking at him.
Not even a blood capsule or nothing.
It was just like, and the guy in the Oni mask, like, he was like, what the fuck is going on? I keep hitting this. It wasn't like he blocked. No, there were direct pipe hits to the head. And I was just like, oh, okay, this makes zero sense.
Yeah.
And you know who I felt bad for the entire fucking movie?
Who?
The one character that gave me a shit ton of, that I was like, man, I feel so bad for him. The fucking driver.
Oh, yeah.
The Indonesian guy.
Yeah.
Who, number one, took care of this guy, probably had a family.
Yeah. At one point, listen, at one point, he just goes, you saved my life at one point. So now I'm helping you out. And I was like, when? When did that happen?
Oh, that's a different character. I'm talking about the guy that got shot at the security gate.
Which one?
It's, the guy that his former partner paid to watch the character.
Yeah. Okay.
That motherfucker had nothing to do with this shit, and he got his head blown off at the gate. First of all, his partner is a dick. He knew that was gonna happen. Like, bro, I thought he was gonna have that thing tucked. Like, I thought he was gonna be like, yo, I got him. No, he sat there and was like, wait, why did my driver get shot? Motherfucker, your boy was alive. Yeah. You helped him get the drop on these guys. What do you think was gonna happen? And the guy's like, and the security guard goes,
yeah,
boom. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like,
no, it was definitely a movie where somebody was just trying to, maybe whatever. When they watched the manga, the movie, and like they read about it, like they have this idea of how unstoppable things are, or how outlandish things can be, and so they try to put that into the movie, and then it just didn't translate right. Like, it didn't, to me, it didn't come across right, because it's so over the top and unbelievable that I'm just like, I don't have an emotional connection to any of these people. Speaking of connections, Marco's just disconnected.
Oh my God, no, my camera apparently it's overheating.
I don't know. Yeah, when you went to Japan, came back, and it was like, we're gonna do some shit to your electronics.
I don't know.
They're watching you.
I don't know what they doing. But
So when you like you said earlier, you said in Japan, you kind of like saw where this movie was taking place. Like, what was if the Japan you see in movies and you read about in magazines? How did that compare to you actually being over there? Because I've never been, and I really want to go.
I'm gonna say that Japan was dope.
Okay.
And I recommend it for anybody that has not been. And it I can see, I couldn't tell you exactly where this was filmed at, but I could definitely see that it was okay. I think I'm back.
Yes, you are.
And let's put on the visual effects again.
But you don't like that? You don't like that background you got?
Not necessarily.
With that thick guy hat on?
Fake guy.
Thick guy. TG. That's what it says on your hat.
No. Nice try. No shot there, buddy.
Or it's GT got tamales.
No, it is Tokyo Giants.
Get out of here.
It is. I came back with a
Did you get a jersey?
No, because I kept seeing the jersey was size like 3X. Or no, 2X.
Yep.
And
you don't take that chance.
I don't want to take that chance, and I was also kind of drunk when we were. So I don't want to pull up with a medium jersey one day.
Yeah, you just don't know. You just gotta wear it open. Trust me, your boy's been putting on some pounds. So like I'll have sometimes wear a shirt open just so I can be like, all right, let me wear this day, Pinky's jersey, but still make it look nice.
Well, anyway, I don't know. I guess you're gonna have to see the green screen.
No, it's all good. It looks good.
So
yeah, so how did Japan compare the Japan you've had? Obviously, because we're anime fans, we're movie fans, and how did that compare to the Japan you had in your head?
It was completely night and day. Like I'm gonna say this about Japan.
That's actually not the answer I was thinking.
So Japan, I did very little research.
Well, first of all, where in Japan did you go?
I went to Tokyo. We primarily stayed in Tokyo. My nephew is out there. He finishes up his thing at the end of the month. So we were up there visiting. It was our turn. And we kept things like when my family went up there, like his nuclear family, my sister, my brother-in-law, and his brothers and their significant others.
Yeah,
they try to cram too much. So we immediately did the decision we're only staying in Tokyo, and I'm glad we did. And it's a phenomenal city, very clean, very, very orderly. Like, everything was very accessible. It was a lot of walking,
Everybody walks there, which I love. I can't wait.
Yeah. You'll definitely love to do a lot of stairs and everything. We did the temples. We did the all the touristy places. We did of course I had
Shinjuku and stuff like that.
Yep, I went to Shinjuku. I went to Akibara. I went to Roppongi. Yes, Shibuya. I did all the major neighborhoods. We did Ginza. I went and pulled up on my homeboys from How Ming Mask. Yep, and it was cool. A shout out to my dude there. He hooked me up with some gear. It was an incredible time. I took in a New Japan Pro Wrestling show. There was the Super Juniors over there. I did baseball at Tokyo Dome. The Super Juniors was at Kurgan Hall. And it was amazing. When I say it was night and day, because I didn't realize how great it was gonna be. Like I was just like, oh man.
So it exceeded expectations.
Correct. That's what when I say night and day, like I didn't imagine how good it was gonna go. I definitely recommend for anybody that hasn't been. I know, and it's like Tokyo is one of those, like Japan right now is one of those trips that everybody's doing, and I get it. Like if you follow me on social media, I posted not like to brag. It was more like I was just very happy to be there.
Excited to share.
Like seeing the Gundam statue in Diver City, was amazing. I think I posted a video about
Yeah,
it,
you did.
but
Yeah, when the leg was starting to open up.
yeah, and it's like I was able to catch it at night as well, but I didn't record it because my phone was dead.
Yeah.
Like it was a whole lot. Like I went to Akibara, which is kind of known for the anime figures and like it's anime central there.
Yeah.
I was overwhelmed. Like my wife expected me to go buck wild and buy everything. But being a 44-year-old male, I was like, I don't want to carry none of this.
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, we went there during the day and I was like, we were leaving the way we left our Airbnb. It was like we wouldn't come back until we were dead tired. So I don't want to walk around with like, I got a couple people, a couple things that they requested for me from me while I was up there.
Yeah,
it is amazing, and I'm surprised you haven't been. And I know,
listen,
especially the way you travel,
yeah,
you're gonna love it. So whenever your job takes you there, make sure you get there early and stay after, and bring an empty suitcase. It is amazing. Like I brought back a bunch of little shit, but there was big shit that I left. That if it was 2-3 years ago, my wife was talking to me, she was like, you would have probably gone insane. Like when I was heavy into the action figures, because there was stuff like one of the things that I saw that damn near brought me to tears was his original Voltron, brand new mint from the original US run, like die cast for like $300, like sealed, brand new. And I also felt seen in the way that when you go there, you see stuff that you normally wouldn't see. Like you see adults that are buying these figures and stuff like that. Like normally, like over here in the States, shit like that is seen as like immature or very niche. You know what I mean? Like if like let's say our wives, if we go out to dinner and one of us goes, oh yeah, I just bought this $400 figure set, they'll be like they'll be like, okay. Over there it's kind of like, really, do you have pictures, can I see? And it's it was phenomenal, man. That's like,
I mean, I would okay, so here's the big question I got for you, because we foodies. Well, me and your wife are foodies. You eat whatever she tells you to eat.
I ate everything there, and I'm not gonna bullshit.
I know you got a pure Tokyo glizzy. That was
yes. And I don't know if you noticed, but I sent you that video. I noticed that in post that I was very drunk.
Oh, I could tell.
Like I was like, hey,
what was the best thing you had there?
So my wife is really good. Lil's really good at planning food trips and all this stuff. And one of the days that it was just a random day, we just she was like, all right, we're gonna be in this area, I want to hit up the shop. We got there, we were the only gaijin there.
Okay,
that's good. We had to like look up the menu in ChatGPT, and when I shit you not, the place is probably as big as my basement. And I had ramen that I literally took 10 minutes afterwards, and I had to contemplate my life. I was just like,
that's like, you just said the magic words right. Oh,
bro, I got out of my comfort zone. I tried Japanese curry. I never tried curry. It's my go. Like, bro, I'm literally Google places here in Baltimore that it's like,
if you ever come down to Orlando, there's a Japanese curry place here in Orlando.
Oh, good. I'm in. Like, it's one of those. Like, we talked about the small, and bro, I was out here eating 7-Eleven Lawson's, ready to go, like egg salad sandwiches and shit that I would never eat here. I was out there like having green tea drinks and stuff like that. Like it, like, again, I did not jump into the sushi like my wife did it, but we did go to a sushi place that they called it sushi, so I'm gonna count it. It was like Wagyu beef on sushi rice, so they call it Wagyu sushi. And I was like, it was amazing. I've never tried a burger until I had a Japanese burger, and
it just tastes different. Is it?
It was so good, bro. I didn't have a bad meal. We stumbled into this restaurant like next to the last day, that it was a fried rice a restaurant.
Yeah.
And the only reason we stumbled it
Go ahead.
was because the wife, it was a day that the typhoon was supposed to hit.
Yep.
And it was like barely raining. And we're like, oh, let's go out and just get some dinner. And I asked the guy, again, pure Japanese menu.
Yep.
Guy knew broken English, but we made it work. I said, listen, I don't like seafood. She loves everything. And he was like, I'm gonna make you house special.
Okay.
And it was probably the best fried rice that I've ever had.
Yeah.
And it was like, and it was a Chinese guy. There was a lot, like the Chinese restaurants out there. We went to 2 were great. Like we went to this late night spot and had, I think it was like some like Cantonese chicken or something like that, or something that I would be like, I don't want to get this. I had it there, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Like, what is like this is what the hell? And it's like late night eats. Like,
listen,
literally,
I love the fact that there's a lot of places in Japan. And again, I've never been there, but I just do a lot of research. But there's a lot of places there where they just do one thing. This is what that restaurant is known for. This is what they do. And you go there, you're not going out to eat trying to figure out what you want to eat that night. For some place, for a lot of people, it's like, hey, I want this. I'm going to this place to get this.
Bro. And so we went to this steakhouse near our neighborhood that Lily found. We were in the Bunkyo, Bunkyo area in Tokyo. That's where our Airbnb was.
Yep.
And it was like a Japanese a barbecue place.
Okay.
And the cuts of meat that we got, it was the only steak. And then they had this rice that I got scared for a little bit. It was called the beef garlic rice. And then you come in and it's Japanese rice. They put it like in the best thing that I can they put it in the bibimbap, like stone bowl. And then they literally cracked an egg over it, and the meat was raw. And I was like, okay, I didn't think that was that was what I ordered. But another guy said, give it a couple minutes. He came back and stirred it, and the bowl was so steaming hot that it cooked the beef to perfection and the egg. And I was just like, like, the Martin Scorsese cinema. Like I was I had this, and it was just like, bro, now I understand anime power-ups. When the anime goes,
I'm telling you,
just transform, it's the food. I'm gonna say it's the food.
I'm telling you, this is why you should watch Food Wars. You and your wife should watch Food Wars. It's shit like that where you're like, I didn't know you could do this with food. But then they talk about how to
bro. And then we went to so when I sent you the hot dog video, we were at the Tokyo Giants game, which I bought. I don't know why I bought 3 hats, but I got there sober and I bought a hat, and then I didn't like it. It was a snapback, but it was like a different snapback than I liked. And then my nephew, who met us there, because he's living out there until the end of this month, him and his fiance, he was like, oh, we should have gone to the team shop. I went to the front day. You know how like when you go into the stadium, first of all, the Tokyo Dome is insane. People could bring in food. Like people had like lunch boxes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't know why, because food is cheap and amazing. We got there, we had freaking bento boxes. That was our initial food. It would cost us like $8, and it was Wagyu beef, noodles, chicken. It was amazing in this little box. And the drinks, first of all, lemon sour. That's the thing out there, lemon sours. That's every place you go, that's what they have. I had that, and I had the super dry beer, which is Akashi or Asahi.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Bro, I've never drank so much beer. And me and you have had this conversation. I'm not a meal drinker.
Yeah.
Like if I order a beer, is before or after? No. Like that's what Japanese people did. They drink during the day, bro. And it was, bro.
Man, you making me excited. I need to go. I need to plan a trip.
Bro, I turned around like halfway through the trip. I looked at my wife and I said, I turned to her and I turned around. That's weird. I looked at her and I said, you know what? I will give up impulse buying of sneakers, t-shirts, and everything to come back and do this trip again. And to my surprise, my wife, who initially had to be sold on Japan, was like, this is probably my favorite international place. To the point that we discussed, because she works in education. She was like, in like 2 years, I could get what is it, a sabbatical.
Yeah.
And I can literally, if I still have the same job, knock on wood, we don't know, I could work from there, bro. I'm like, we planned it out. Like
go out there for a month. Just you go on sabbatical. You just work from, what is it? Remote for a month.
Yeah. And bro, like, it's legit. When I say I never complained about the walking, even the stuff that I was like, oh shit, this is overwhelming. Like sometimes we would take the subway and it'd be packed like sardines. By like the third day, I was just like, just get in there, girl. And I was just like,
yeah, it just becomes the norm. Like, okay, yeah, this is what we do. This is how it is over here.
Yeah. And we went to the movies over there.
What'd you see?
And that we saw, it's funny because that was the last movie I saw before I left here. We saw the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Was it? Hold on. Was it voiced over or was it subtitled?
It was subtitled.
Okay.
We bought tickets and immediately we waited for the 10 minutes for the next show because we bought the dub one that had no subtitles. And I was like, I'm down for my niece, my niece, soon to be niece-in-law, whatever.
Yeah.
And nephew were like, well, they know Japanese, so they're like, we have no. And then Lily's like, I can't sit through this without knowing what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. Like.
Well, it's funny. The reason why I said that is because I went to Tokyo, not Tokyo. I went to Paris Disney once, and we went to do Star Tours. And like, okay, we're waiting in line to do this Star Tours thing. And then all of a sudden, Yoda and Darth Vader showed up, and they just started talking French, and I just bust out laughing. I was like, and all the French people were looking back like, just looking, giving us that look. I was like, oh my bad, I'm the fucked up American right now.
So here's the funny part about that is, French culture is dope, but they can be dicks to foreigners.
Yeah.
Japanese, like, even if, like, yo, bro, like, I saw this dude just be a complete dick.
Yeah,
like, he was drunk, and the Japanese people were like, okay, that's smiling, and I was just like, I know this person in their mind is murdering this man. But because they're so polite and so nice over there, they're like, okay. Sorry, like,
Well, speaking of nice Japanese, this movie, consider? Let's before do you recommend this movie to anyone looking for a good foreign film?
I recommend this movie to people like us that it's like, oh man, you got to look at this.
Yeah.
You got to look at this. Like, it's not like, oh, this is pure cinema. It's like, nah. You gotta look at this, and I want to hear what you think afterwards.
It's weird because I'm not familiar with the anime at all, so I can't even tell you.
Oh no, night and day difference.
Well, I was gonna say I can't even tell you if this film lived up to the anime or was underwhelming or whatever. All I can say is it was a movie. It's there's some good action, a little bit of good action in there, but
it's funny since we're still talking about this movie and it's set in Japan. Was I surprised now going to Japan, at least recently? Bro, I'm surprised there wasn't a Uniqlo in this movie. Uniqlo, oh my god, bro! Uniqlo is a 7-Eleven of retailers over there. When I say, bro, they were in subways, they were in like neighborhoods. There was a Uniqlo inside another department store, and I was just like. And they do have some exclusive merch. Like, I bought some stuff from there, and quick turnaround because everybody's like a medium in Japan.
Yeah,
but they have regular sizes all the way through 3X online. And I ordered it the second day there, thinking that I'll get there before that shit was there the next day at like 1 p.m. at the closest store. And like, I remember Lily was like, you want to go pick up your clothes? I was like, yeah. We didn't even have to get out of the subway. It was literally the store's basement is in the subway.
Yeah.
And you just walk over.
In Japanese subways, they have like some of the best ramen shops. It's all in the train stations.
Yeah.
Like, there's one ramen shop, and I should have told you about this before, like you did, but there's this one ramen shop called Rokurinsha, and it's in the Tokyo train station in the basement. And I want to go visit there because it's supposedly really fucking good.
I'm gonna get the name of the place that we went to.
Yeah.
For that hole in the wall ramen, and it was amazing. When I say it was amazing, like, and what, first of all, your boy, me and you have had this discussion a couple times because we ate together. I can't use chopsticks to save my life.
Yeah.
By the end of this trip, I was out there like, like just killing it. I'm still shitty, but it was like muscle memory at a certain point that I like in my culture. We always say "me defendí," or like, you know, I defended myself. Like, I might not be good, but I made do. That's what. By the end of the trip, that was me. I was like, you know, like I think the first couple of days, my wife always carried like plastic forks that you can get like at any place.
Yep.
But towards the end, I didn't need them. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna try to eat this with.
I went to a pho restaurant with my parents and my wife. And my wife just pulled up the chopsticks, started using them. My mom was like, "Oh, your chopstick skills, they're getting good." And my wife, that was like the biggest compliment she ever got from my mom, was just like, "Oh, she approves of my chopstick skills now."
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Man. Well, before we get to the end of this episode, as always, we got our hot takes. I'm assuming you might have a different type of hot take coming from Japan. I'll start this week, just because I'm curious, because you know I see what you think. My hot take this week, keeping on that Japan theme, I think sashimi is trash. Like, I don't understand everybody's love with sashimi. Just sliced fish and some soy sauce and eat that. Like, I don't get it. I don't mind the raw fish, but sashimi is like, well, what's the point of it? Just slicing some raw fish and eating it with some soy sauce? Like,
I'm gonna agree with you. I don't eat fish, so or seafood. So yeah, I saw it, but you know, it all depends where you have it. Like, you know what I mean? Like
is it like the quality of the fish? You've had raw beef before, right?
Yes.
So I've had like raw, like tartare and stuff like that, and carpaccio. Love it. But you do some shit to it. Yeah, you slice the beef thin. You got some salt on it. You know, it's a specific, like the rawness of the beef lends itself to the recipe. Sashimi is just a sliced piece of fish. Like, hey, I ain't got no oven. Let's just cut it up and go.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I guess if people are just trying to, the closer you get to natural, like you know what I mean. Like, think about it. Like 200, not 200, but like, there was a point in society where people would just fish and just go hop, like take out the bones and just eat it, like, you know, like. But
I don't. For me personally, like, Japan has so many different types of styles of cooking, not cuisine, but the styles of cooking. Your ramens, your curries, your tempuras, all this different stuff. The fact that, you know, I'm just gonna slice this and put it on a plate and hand it to you, I'm just like, oh, like, come on, do a little more.
I get it. But yeah, you're not wrong on that. I agree with you. But then again, I'm biased.
Yeah.
So
you from an island, but don't eat seafood. That's crazy.
Hey man, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, you're of Asian descent and you don't eat dog, I assume, right? First of all,
you're for that. You're like,
no. It was obviously a joke, but I did see horse meat signs.
Yeah,
and so when we were drunk, that's my one thing. I was like, I know you, Lily. You're very adventurous. I don't want some strange shit. The last thing I want is to get sick on an international trip.
Yeah.
But we ended up in some place. I forgot what they called, the meat skewers. And
the yakitori.
yakitori, and there was one that they were like, it just says chicken parts, and I know I ate some stuff that I just don't want to think about what it was.
But was it good?
It was okay. It was delicious.
I bet you it was delicious, but the texture was kind of like,
yes, that's why I was just like,
yeah.
Like you ever started biting something and you're like,
well, so, okay, so that's again, like, you know, that for a lot of people, I think that's what gets them with like chicken hearts or chicken gizzards, because they hear chicken, so they're thinking the texture of like chicken breast or something like that. And you know, chicken hearts and chicken gizzards can be gamey and like tough.
yeah.
You know?
But so my hot take, let's see if I can tailor it to Japanese.
No, just go. What's your hot take? I'll tailor it to Japanese for you.
My hot take is oh my god, I'm like stuck. I have so many things. My hot take is, why does every single person that visits a foreign country, in my case here, Japan, do they immediately make it a part of their whole personality? Like you know how many people that I saw that were white Americans that were just like, oh, I live here now, and it's like,
I don't know.
And I used to judge those people, but now, like okay, there was an Italian restaurant.
Hold on, I got a question for you. When you were in Japan, at any point in Japan, did you stop to look up the price of like apartments, or look at like those windows that have like the real estate?
100%.
Okay,
100%.
yeah, I do that.
100%. So my hot take is, I used to thumb my nose at people that go somewhere and then all of a sudden they turn their lives upside down to be a part of this culture that they have nothing to do with.
Yeah,
like there was a couple that had an Italian restaurant nearby, and the whole story, you know, when you like mom and pop owned restaurants, they try to give you a story of where they come from, you know, and all this stuff. And the whole story was, this married couple visited Italy and they fell in love with the food and culture, that they quit their jobs and they came here and decided to open up a restaurant that was inspired by the dishes that they had in Italy and were life-changing. At first, I was just like, rolling my eyes, like, here we go. Motherfuckers go on vacation and don't know how to act. Now, I'm like, we were at this one yakitori place that it was in the middle of nowhere. It was a stand-up place during the day. And it was raining, so we just walked in, had a beer, and this guy had like this wood grill that was this big, this wide.
For those people listening, it's about a foot.
Yeah. So I was sitting there and I was just like, okay, I can see us going back home and be like, let's do this. Let's just start the yakitori.
Listen, I haven't even been to Japan, and I know for a fact if I go there and have some really good ramen, I'm like, I need to go back to the US and make ramen this good and tell people what authentic ramen tastes like.
Bro, I feel bad because it's like we have, the algorithm has been spamming us with accounts of and the premises, their comedy accounts is like, go to Japan once, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, sumimasen, arigato gozaimasu. Like it's like, oh, I'm sorry. In Japan, we used to do this all the time, and it's like, where's the Uniqlo? Oh, that's far. Oh, the 7-Eleven doesn't have these things. I'm sorry. I'm so used to Japan. Or like, how many yen? How many yen does this cost? Oh, sorry, I just came from Japan.
Sorry. In Japan, it was cheaper over there. Sorry, I didn't. No, I do. Whenever I go to Barcelona, for some reason, I just start saying bon dia everywhere, and I'm like, I don't say good day at all in America. Like,
bro,
never.
I don't speak. I became, and I guess it's like, you know what? Shout out to all the old people there. I'm starting to understand it. When people make eye contact with you in other countries, you just feel like having a conversation.
Yeah.
Like, we went into this bar and it was an anime bar, and I'll send you pictures later. And it was an anime bar, as in they had a a TV that was playing anime on cassettes, and most of the bar had like posters and manga, like just taped and stapled to the walls and ceiling. Yeah. And it was like an 8-person seating bar. I forgot the name of the area, but all the bars are like that. They're like small little bars that you walk in. And the straight-laced Japanese guy looked like he could have been like a mob boss, like very nice form-fitting suit, young dude, briefcase, came in and was like, oh, I was like, oh, maybe, you know, the other bars were busy. No, he came in, was a regular. And when the owner asked me, he's like, what do I watch on anime? And he was impressed with the list that I pulled out. That the Japanese young guy turned to me and we had a full-blown conversation about anime. And I was just like, this is wild. Because if I go to a restaurant and somebody that's anime themed, it's usually guys that are nerds like us. And then it's like, oh, you can talk all day. But no, this guy looked like he's never seen an anime, and he gave me some recommendations, and he was telling me the animes his dad used to watch. That's insane to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's how the culture is over there, where it's like, oh yeah, my dad and my granddad used to watch these animes, and they were all in the house, and I was like, that is beautiful. Like, you know what I mean? So it's
I'll
cool.
check that out. All right, well, that's the latest episode of Sarat and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast featuring Marcos. It's your boy Sarat, aka Makazi.
It's your boy Marcos, aka at the Sunset Kid 5'6".
All right, tune in next week where we come back with another movie for y'all. I think summer is about to start ramping up, so I know we're gonna get some bangers and probably a lot of like theater visits this year.
Yep. I have some lined up already.
All right, well, tune in next week to see what we got first. All right, talk to y'all later.
I'm a warrior.